have no fear. I am here to ask you to please follow our socials and hit that like and or subscribe button. Please, you don't have to donate any money. But to save Matt's life, as you can see, he is deceased. But to bring him back from the dead, please join our Discord group if you don't mind. And if there's anything you want us to talk about, oh geez, let us know. Episode 47 of RealityScream. No, just double digits. 47. Welcome back. I'm John. That's Slotted Cheese.
I'm the other guy.
Slotted Cheese.
That's right.
Slotty cheese.
Slotted cheese.
Got a lot to talk about this episode, folks.
We do. We have quite a lot. In the past week, we've had quite a development online, but let's start with your stuff.
Oh, well, I've been trying to develop my shoulders. They're weak. I have weak limbs, weak joints.
All right.
I'm turning 30. 32. Oh, we're recording this on March 7th.
Yeah.
This will be out on March 14th.
Correct.
Wait, hold on.
13th.
Yeah. No, what? No. 13th. What did I say? Who are you?
You said 14th.
Yeah, that sounds 13th. You're right. I'm sorry. It comes out the 13th. My buddies. So this will be coming out between two birthdays. My buddy Trey, who is a big supporter of the show. We love you.
Shout out to Trey.
Been my best friend for many, many moons. Like over 20 years now.
Woo!
About 20 years at this point.
Okay.
Yeah. And then my birthday is St. Patrick's Day, March 17th.
Yep.
Celebrate me, motherfuckers.
It's coming up.
But I already started strong with the F-bomb, but anywho, so Monday, if you're in our local Detroit-ish area,
yeah,
I'm just going to tell you from my point of view. So I get home after a long day, make dinner. Your mama calls, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, "There's explosions," and we hear.
Yeah, she called me too. I was at work.
Yes, and she's like, I don't know if we should evacuate, and she's like, it's shaking the house. She's like, it's moving the glasses in the carpet,
Yeah.
And we're like, well, let's look up. So Katie's on the phone with her, and I'm looking up. Of course, nothing's popping up yet. So I figure, why don't I look on listen to a police scanner online, right?
Yeah.
And I heard a lot of stuff. First of all,
really,
a lot of stuff was going on.
Okay.
So it wasn't just like that. Like there's to be, I guess, woke or politically accurate now. Like there's somebody that was attempting to unalive themselves. There was not part of the main story that I'm getting to, but there's a lot of stuff. There's somebody that escaped from the hospital.
Yeah,
there's a lot of stuff going on.
They'll do it.
So pretty much what happened, there were metal canisters exploding.
Yeah.
There were tanks that were exploding inside a warehouse that was attached to a smoke shop. I'm not going to say the name. On Grossbeck and 15.
Yep.
So there was apparently nitrous and butane tanks that were exploding.
Yeah.
The building was on fire, and
they were on the set of Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, this is about a mile up the road from your mom's house.
Yeah. Two miles from me.
2 miles from you. This is a few miles for me. Couple.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a big thing. So debris was going out a mile radius away from the site.
Yeah, it was crazy.
One person, a 19-year-old boy, got hit and
rest in peace.
Died later at the hospital. R.I.P. So that's really sad.
He got hit by a canister.
That's if you look online, the debris that was flying out of this building, and going in the nearby area again a mile out. That is terrifying.
Yeah.
And these
Yeah.
explosions, like there's like I looked on a news article online and the people were commenting on it. They're like, it's like I'm at 19 Mile Road, so 4 miles away, and the
Yeah.
sky is orange. This is at 9 o'clock at night,
Yeah. It was late.
and it was going on for a while. So that was crazy.
Everyone was talking about it. It was
Everyone,
wild.
like a firefighter got
They're
hit.
still investigating.
Yeah, they're still investigating. Apparently, like that place wasn't supposed to have those type of tanks.
Yeah.
So something illegal was supposed to
Uh-oh.
happen. Yeah, so there's probably gonna be charges because again, a kid died.
Yeah, somebody died.
Um, so
Involuntary manslaughter.
yeah,
Sure.
yeah, and there's like again, there's debris everywhere. So like
Yep.
there's like as emergency vehicles were approaching the scene, like their tires were being popped, like instantly. Like
Yeah.
and then I drive by there to get to your mom's house to drop August off in the morning on the way to work on
Yeah.
Tuesdays. So like I drive by there the next day, like a mile away. There's just immediately like a thickness in the air.
Yeah.
And I don't have the windows. I have the windows up, of course,
Yeah.
and I can smell it.
Yeah. The chemicals.
And again,
There.
like there's like
It was an air quality warning in that little area there.
yeah, I bet. And there's like also like of course it's like the smoke shop too. So there's vape pens. So I'll think about all that stuff blowing up. That's huge.
I
But
should have went out there and grabbed some vape pens, dude. I can sell
I
those to
don't
the
do that.
kids. The kids love them.
No, why would I give those to kids? I'm
No,
father.
me.
You're older
I
than
don't
me.
have
Anyway,
morals.
so I know. Like we drove by and the place was still smoldering. Just
I
like
don't doubt it.
yeah,
All
and
that butane and shit.
yeah, and like the other street at 50 Mile, like the cops had it, of course, closed off, and there was like news cameras and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm just trying
It
to
was
drop my kid
wild,
off.
man.
Yeah, so
It
that's
was a
crazy.
massive explosion.
And then of course the internet took hold,
Yeah, and
and
originally,
we're leaving reviews saying that oh this place is the bomb.
oh my god,
They're on fire recently. Uh, like it's not funny because again someone died,
I love the internet.
but also it's
Um,
pretty funny.
they
The
were coming
comments.
up with some BS too. I was told originally that a train derailed and hit a smoke shop, or no, hit
Jeez.
a weed shop, a pot, hit a weed shop,
Yeah, I mean it was attached to it. Yeah, I don't know
and
if
it
it
went up
was.
in flames.
Yeah,
But then, no, it wasn't that. I just think it was an industrial accident. Somebody had some product there that they weren't supposed to, and
yeah,
caught on fire. Stupid.
yeah. So
That's dumb.
yeah,
Yeah, dum
it's
dums.
dum 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 dum.
Yeah,
Dum.
this that was pretty wild. Everybody was talking about that work
Yeah,
for the rest of the night.
of course. Like I was. Yeah, like we could hear it over the phone, and it like people were saying it sounded like a war zone. Of course, there's people being stupid, taking pictures and stuff
Yeah, there was
on
a
the scene.
video, a pretty popular video. Some guy was driving by it and was slowing down, and he was taking photos. And the dude's like 20 yards away. You're like, are you dumb?
So there's a high possibility something can hit you, my guy,
Yeah,
because
what
those
are we
explosions, because
doing?
it was going off
And it
for
was going,
an hour.
and if it's reaching 4 miles, you know it's going up super high.
Yeah,
It killed somebody.
yeah.
So I don't know what some people were thinking, but thank you though. So because it's cool, because then I can look at it while in the safety of my home. Thank you for that sacrifice, sir.
My sacrifice. I was actually listening to Creed on the way here.
My sacrifice.
My sacrifice.
Hello, my friend, we meet again.
It's been a while, where should we begin?
That's actually one of the songs. With arms wide open.
So this past week and a half has been quite insane on Twitter. Y'all know. As we talk about it, I'll make sure I put up some of the examples and
Contests.
all that, and
Contest.
comments, and Twitter posts and all that. They'll go up in the video. You guys will see them throughout. Just context, as Johnny Boy said. But so a week and a half ago, a Brazilian gamer went on to Steam and created a community. Now, communities are where you can talk about specific games and stuff. Anybody can create them. It's a cool little space. You can talk about stuff.
Neato.
So he created one called Sweet Baby Detected. Okay. Now, we talked about Sweet Baby about 10 episodes ago.
Did we?
Okay. It's been a little while ago. They're the consultancy firm that focuses on, They're equality focused,
They're
right?
equal rights,
But they're full of shit. So, and I'll explain why.
equal opportunities hiring kind of thing.
Equal, is that what it is?
Equal opportunities where
It's
they
like
don't.
EIS or ESI or I can't remember. Equal some, I don't know. Representation, all that crap.
Crap.
Stuff
Okay.
nobody wants.
Hmm.
So
I doubt that.
well, they do. So they started. Made this post just so people can have a list of games
Mm-hmm.
that they help with. Now some of these games, there's games that they worked on that are really good, like Spider-Man 2
Yeah.
and God of War 2.
Okay.
Incredible games, but they had very minimal interaction with those. They just said, hey, add this or take this out or don't use this word. But then there's games like Suicide Squad where they had a big hand in it.
Yeah.
And the game just turns into just complete crap.
Dookie. Yeah.
Dookie booty.
Ooty
Um,
dookie.
and it's apparent that the games that they have a little bit more control over are not good. They relatively bomb. And it's not good because when gamers sit there and they spend $70, by the way, now, they're getting robbed.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when they're expecting a game to be one way, and halfway through the game you find out you're being what is it, preached at. Like I don't.
Like there's a message involved in the game.
Video games are a form of escapism.
Yeah.
That's what they're here for.
Absolutely.
That's why I love movies. It's my great passion in life. It allows us to escape. Now, I understand that sometimes it's cool to have reality in your game, some form of realism, but I don't want to play a game and then be preached at about shit that I don't care about. And keep in mind, I'm part of the the Alphabet Gang, so I understand that
Dang.
representation, is important, but it doesn't need to go so far that it destroys the quality of a game.
Now, is there a game that you have in mind that you're you're
Well,
referring to?
recently, I just want to use Suicide Squad because it's the most recent, and it bombed horribly. And I mean, there's only like 200 people playing it right now. There was a there was a message that people found from what's his name, um, Lex Luthor, that talked about Wonder Woman, and the entire time he was talking about Wonder Woman, he was saying what this great person is, and she's a great leader, and she's very powerful,
Oh, very positive.
and maybe she's not such a big beacon of hope in this world because, and he literally says, toxic masculinity. And I go, Lex Luthor doesn't talk like that. Lex Luthor just is toxic. He doesn't just go toxic masculinity. And at the end of the sentence, he uses the word patriarchy. So there's these little things. Now, like I said, it doesn't have to be an overall story. It's a little things like with Spider-Man 2, MJ all of a sudden taking down, being a $105, taking down 210-pound elite soldiers. Like,
Yeah, sneaking through the warehouse.
zap.
Yeah.
Come on. Now, when she was in the first game,
Mm-hmm.
that was a little bit more realistic. But people didn't like it, so they doubled down and made it worse. Thank you, sweet baby. I appreciate you. Anyways,
Wow. I'm gonna have to bleep that out.
I do now. It's more work for me.
Oh.
So, anyways, so
Yeah,
he
bleep that out too.
creates the community, and basically just lists all the games. He's doing research. He's putting games up that are doing business with Sweet Baby,
Mm-hmm. Right.
and he specifically said, I'm not here to bully anybody. I'm not here to target anybody. He didn't even name anybody. He just named the company. He said he doesn't want to cancel the company. They have every right to do what they do. This is America.
American.
Okay. Freedom, baby. I love it. Even though some people.
Some people.
So, but anyways,
I know, right?
so the CEO of Sweet Baby immediately goes on the offensive on Twitter and tries to rally people to. By the way, this guy said he doesn't want to attack anybody. She outed herself as the CEO of the company and tries to rally her goons together to mass report him on Steam and get him banned, which they didn't because that's dumb. And then tried to get him reported on Twitter. He's on Twitter, and it failed miserably. So what it ended up happening is the community went from like 2,000 people to now 200,000 people. So she hurt herself on that one. And then, a lot of gamers, people that are chronically online,
Mm-hmm.
they're a bit on the autism schedule or schedule.
Monday through Friday.
They're
Take the weekends off.
dude, Monday through Friday. Autism spectrum.
They're on the spectrum. You just say that.
And they're very good at researching.
Yeah.
So they dug up some things, and I kind of wanted to go
What are you
over
gonna
this.
What are you gonna bring up?
I think it's really weird, and I really want to talk about this.
You look like a young
When I
professor
first-
right now.
Hold on, I want to get serious right now, because when I first voted, I voted for Obama back in 2008. I'm a registered Democrat. Okay, I will always be registered as a Democrat. Recently, I've been wanting to be independent, but I've always been Democrat, even though I did vote for Trump. F you, I don't want to hear it. I consider myself, most normal people are always going to be center right or center left. You can't just be full left, because they're like you can't just agree with everything the left says. You
'Cause
can't
either
just
one-
agree with everything the right says.
Because either one is just insane.
Exactly. There has to be a give and take. For example, I support abortion,
Mhm.
but I also support people having the right to own a weapon. Okay? These are just fundamentals of being a centrist, and a lot of centrists are being attacked nowadays for being centrist. Most people, the real world people, are center left or center right. Okay? But these people online are full left, or if you get real dark, full right. And these people are so left and so mentally ill that they believe things like, for example, so the CEO,
Mhm.
I had a nightmare. I was a white male gamer. I usually get grossed out when straight white rich people kiss, but even I think those two are pretty cute.
If you're a creative working in AAA, which I did for many, many years, put this stuff up to your higher ups. And if they don't see the value in what you're asking for when you ask for consultants, when you ask for research, go have a coffee with your marketing team and just terrify them with the possibility of what's going to happen if they don't give you what you want.
Pay me to shoot down your white male lead game ideas. You can't be racist towards white people. These are the mentally ill people. They go so far left, they swing around to the right. It's absolutely insane. Liberals, when I was younger, liberals used to call out bullies and racism and shit like that. Now they're using those tactics to bully people that don't believe in what they believe. And it's insane. So this woman gets shouted down, thank God. Okay. And this new movement that's going on, by the way, because this is the top, it's been trending for the past 3 days, Gamergate 2. Do you remember the first Gamergate?
I wasn't alive.
So, yeah, you were. So back in
You don't know me.
2016, IGN started getting called out because they were essentially giving games good reviews for either payment through advertisements, goodies, things like that.
Pay positive.
It was unethical.
Bribery.
And gamers started calling them out. And
Mhm.
all of a sudden, within 2 days, IGN, Kotaku, BuzzFeed, all these little outlets started reporting that racist, bigoted, incel gamers are attacking people and DMing and sending threats. And it's like, what are you talking about? No, we're talking about IGN. We're just trying to talk about IGN. And then somehow out of nowhere, a person named Anita Sarkeesian comes out and starts shifting the focus on gaming journalism
Mhm.
to female representation of video games. It had nothing to do with that. Keep in mind, some of the most impactful characters in video games are female.
Right.
Samus.
Right,
So
that's a good one.
Lara Croft.
Lara Croft.
So she hijacked her and her little goons and her friends, which, by the way, we did find out that there were several friends, including ones that she would hang out with in public at conventions, that were the people writing writing these articles defaming gamers because gamers were calling out IGN and Kotaku and GameSpot for selling good reviews, but they hijacked it. But guess what? Gamers this time, we know the tricks. Because guess what happened not even 2 days after this stuff started going on online?
What?
Kotaku releases an article saying racist, racist, just like clockwork. This happened.
Churning it out, huh?
They just full attack. Kotaku, GameSpot, IG, all these people just start posting this stuff about this, people being racist and threatening people. And all the gamers, we're not threatening anybody. Everybody, the only thing we're attacking them with is memes. Just memes.
Yeah.
And we're telling them, we're going in there. We're not attacking. We're going there going, post the DMs. Post the DMs. Let's call these people out. If they're sending you death threats, post it. I will repost it for you. Okay? Our podcast will repost it for you. I swear.
I don't want any part
We'll
of
put him
this.
on blast. We'll figure out where the guy is. We'll put him on blast, not physically in person. We'll figure out where he is on Twitter, and we'll put him on blast. We'll report him. We'll tell Elon. Okay?
I won't do any of this.
But, well, I will because, I run the Twitter account. And they're still trying to push back. And these people are still using tactics like racism towards white people. Not only that, I had someone, when I posted a response saying this is a BS take on this whole thing, he started talking about Gaza in Israel. I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? We're talking about games. We're talking about games.
We're talking about PlayStation, bro.
What do you mean Gaza in Israel? And he just started going off about, well, this is why you probably support the Jews. I was like, oh my God.
Of course I support them.
Yes, I support the Jews. What? Yes. Do you not know the history of the Jewish people? So I
don't think he supports them.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. You know what he does? He sits in line every day in LA at Starbucks for an hour at 8:00 in the morning to get his coffee. And then he goes home and he writes about, 13 op-ed articles, sells one.
I would just get a Keurig.
And then, no, he doesn't think. He doesn't care. He's not saving.
I need to spend.
He wants to spend. They want to spend their time on their imaginary soapbox, and then when they turn off their phone for half a second, because that's all they do, turn the phone off for a second to breathe. They go back to doing whatever it is in their life, not living up to how they present themselves online because they're fake. These people are fake. They're delusional. This whole thing started because gamers are tired of dropping $70 of their hard-earned money. By the way, does everybody forget about inflation right now? It's at like 10%.
Oh, yeah.
It's insane. I feel it. I know you feel it.
Oh,
It's terrible.
touch me.
So, damn right I'm going to complain when I drop $70 and I'm sitting here halfway through the game enjoying it, but all of a sudden I'm starting to feel I'm getting preached at or talked to or talked down to because of the color of my skin or my beliefs. It's insane.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Dune video game coming out. Have you watched Dune? Do you know much about Dune? It was incredible. Dune 2, guys, please go see it. It was incredible. We should go see it.
Don't tell me what to do.
I hate you.
Me too.
Tickets are on me. But the whole point of the Dune series is religion is evil. It is fanatical. It is evil. It is twisted.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And the developers of the Dune game go, we want to take religion out of it. Okay, well then what's the fucking game going to be about? Because that's what the whole thing was about, was religion.
It's going to be like God of War.
It's a survival game. Because the only MMO that these stupid devs know how to make is survival games. Yeah, because I want to walk 10 feet and then have to drink water every fucking 10 feet. That's fun. Oh, the sun's down. Let me go build a camp. Fuck you.
Ooh, hey,
I'm tired of it.
Calm down.
How are you going to you spit in the author's face by taking out the main point of this story in the first place? That makes no sense. Someone said it really smart. They said it the best online. They said it's like taking Star out of Star Wars. It doesn't make sense.
It's wars.
It's just wars, guys.
We got wars. Where there wars in the stars.
There's deep undertone for this whole thing. There's a deep undertone for Narnia, Lord of the Rings. Naruto.
Believe it.
There's things that are important that make these things unique, and they just want to take it out. The whole thing is because he wrote it because large fanatical leaders in these religions, not all religions bad, the large fanatical leaders like Joel Osteen we see nowadays,
Right.
and how evil that is, and how their points of view do nothing, or their work do nothing but hurt mankind and divide us. Same thing Twitter's doing. They're just constantly trying to divide us.
They're pooping on us.
And this is why people are starting to turn on Biden, because he's doing the same thing Obama did, where it was just a lot of separation. We're all Americans.
Well, not all
I
of
don't
us.
give a
I
shit
mean,
what you guys say. We're all Americans. Look, you may not be a legal citizen, but if you're here and you're working and you're putting into the economy, you are an American citizen in my eyes. So we're all Americans, but for some reason they want to separate us, and they want to give more money to these people than these people. And we have a huge fucking epidemic
we're not going to take
going
it
on
any
right.
longer.
We have people dying of fentanyl on the streets in front on live television, just dying.
Live telly.
We have people. We have like what? 30,
What are you watching?
3 to 6 million people homeless.
I don't know.
We need to start coming together, and we need to start voting on politicians that are here to work for the citizens. Okay, and we need to start pushing back more on people like this on Twitter, because they're going to keep trying to dig their little claws into society, the real world, and push off their narratives and think it's okay to be racist towards a specific group. That's not how we should live. It's crazy. It is absolutely insane how radicalized these people are. And I see people in these chat going, "You go, girl." I guarantee that chick that say "you go, girl," when she turns off her phone, probably goes back doing whatever the hell she's doing, which is the opposite of how she acts online. That's just how it is. I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired. I'm tired of rambling, but it's just insane. And that's what's been going on for the past week and a half. Insanity. So how was your week?
Already talked about part of my week.
Well, yeah,
You
the
got
firebomb.
political.
Yeah, the firebomb. You were like dodging and everything. But I want to know what you think, because you never chime in on the politics. I know you don't like to, but I always felt that our family were pretty central when it comes to a lot of points of views, and we have a variety of different, abortion, yes, guns, yes, stuff like that. But I mean, I want to know what you think about all this shit. I mean, do you think it's not a big deal that they put this stuff in video games, and they're trying to propagate, what is it?
I mean, I agree that, I play video games to escape.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, it depends on how heavy the message is and how big, how much of the game it is, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? How percentage, like
Luckily,
how big the part is. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
And luckily, the 3 big games they worked on, it was very minute
Mm,
roles that they had. They were like, don't use this word or whatever. So Alan Wake 2, they worked on. Masterpiece, love that game.
right.
Great survival horror. God of War 2 and Spider-Man 2, all critically acclaimed games. They had very small role, luckily, thank God. But the games where they had so much power and control over it, they just bombed, like Forsaken. Just
Because they force that message on
they were all
or
about
in.
diversity and making everybody happy and trying not to offend people. Here's an example. The recent
I mean, you can make a good game without doing offensive shit
that's what I'm saying.
or worrying about
But
that
there
kind of
needs to
thing.
be like, we're not going to have character growth now, because look what they did to what was it, Zuko on the Avatar live action. Zuko was a sexist when that show started. He's like, "Oh, women, guys are better. Women can't do that, right?" And then I forgot the name of the group, the female fighters. Kicked his butt. Badass women. And he's like, "All right, well, I'm sorry. Women can't do that."
I'm sorry. I was wrong.
It's called character growth. And Netflix, out of fear, the writers said that they were talking about this on Twitter. Out of fear Backlash, they took out the sexism. So you can't even have character progression anymore or character growth in stories anymore.
But wouldn't you keep that in to show that people can change? Therefore, a lesson to do yourself a favor.
So when a kid watches that and sees that, they go, "Oh, okay, well, yeah, I mean, sexism's pretty bad, you know."
I mean, he got his butt kicked. I mean,
Yeah, right.
he landed on his Duchess there.
Those girls were awesome. But that nobody learns anything, you know. And kids watch these things, you know. Kids play these video games, you know.
Grand Theft Auto.
A friend of mine, his kid plays Resident Evil.
Oh, it's
And
fun.
that could be gory games,
Very violent.
but he loves them. But hey, you know, cool. And you know, if there was something important in Resident Evil that defined character growth and was, you know, great storytelling,
Yeah, the message for Resident Evil is stay alive.
stay alive. But if it was traditional, if it came from a place of great, well-written stories and stuff like that, and they took out a whole chunk that helped define, let's say, Leon's character growth, people would be upset about that, especially Leon being one of the most popular characters from Resident Evil.
Yeah, the characters overcoming stuff is
That's the whole point. And you know, I've talked about this many times before. Lead characters have to have some form of weakness. They have to have some form of weakness to overcome. If they have no adversity, they're not fun. Not everything can be a Jason Statham movie where he just shows up and he's just god tier. Okay, those are fun to watch. But majority of the time, something needs to have a good story, compelling story with great character growth, and it's starting to get these companies like Netflix are so scared now for backlash that they'll just hire activists to write their stuff. Activists who've never written. And, you know, the same thing what happened with they just hired for the new Star Wars series. They have that Pulitzer Prize winning activist woman that came out who came out and said, "I like to make men feel uncomfortable." Let's flip that around. How would people take that if a guy was saying that?
Do you just turn on the oven and leave the room?
Like, I would feel uncomfortable. It's like
Do you just constantly crop dust?
Are you preheating? What are we doing here?
You just fart and then walk away and like you leave?
You
fart and then you just leave.
Throw a bottle of vodka in the oven. You turn it on. You're like, wait a minute.
That's gas.
That's not gonna be good. But
too close to gross bag.
They hired her. She's a Pulitzer Prize winning feminist activist, right?
Mm-hmm.
The hell does she know about making? What does she know about writing movies? What does she know about character growth, character development, plot, progression, climax, beginning, middle, end? What does she know about any of that? Writing a treatment, she doesn't.
What do you?
What?
Huh?
No, I do. I've written enough scripts to know how to do it. I'll tell you what, Disney, hire me. Okay, hire me, and I'll come write your movie, okay? And I'll make a good movie for you. We're going to use Rey and everything, too. And we're going to make it incredible. We're going to make her such a beloved character. She's going to be like the new Laura Croft.
We called Finding Aladdin.
It's going to be Finding Aladdin. She's going to be like the new Sarah Connor, okay? Ripley, the new Ripley.
Sarah Connor.
The new Merida. It's going to be great. Hire me. Not that idiot.
Meridian?